The old woman was soaked to the bone, with only one shoe left on her feet. When her daughter saw her mother's condition, she was shocked and deeply worried. She quickly helped her inside, but when the granddaughter saw her grandmother, fear showed on her face. Just 3 days earlier, the old woman had called her daughter. She learned that her daughter in the city was sick. Her heart ached, tears welling up in her eyes, though her daughter said not to worry. This loving mother's heart couldn't rest. She decided to go take care of her daughter. She brought the family's only chicken with her. Then the old woman picked the cabbage she had grown herself. To her, these were the most precious things she had. She wanted to give her daughter the very best. This was her first time leaving the mountains alone, but the old woman was already 80 years old. Carrying a heavy basket, she struggled over the mountain trails. First, she walked over 10 miles. Then she took 3 different buses and rode for 30 hours straight, finally reaching the city where her daughter lived. But the huge city left her completely lost. To make matters worse, she had lost her daughter's phone number along the way. That night, it suddenly started pouring rain. The frail old woman sat helplessly in the downpour, just when she was about to give up. Luckily, police officers found her and helped the old woman find her daughter. The moment she arrived at her daughter's home, the old woman didn't waste a second. She immediately took the food to the kitchen to cook for her daughter, but perhaps because of her age, she made a complete mess of the kitchen while cooking. Her daughter felt sorry for her mother and wanted to help, but the old woman insisted on doing it herself. The next moment, as she reached for chopsticks, she dropped them all over the floor. After finally finishing the meal, the granddaughter noticed chicken feathers floating in the soup. Then her mother served fish, but the daughter found fish scales in her bite. The granddaughter complained the rice was too hard and the vegetables too salty. She even got a fish scale stuck in her throat and started crying in pain. Seeing this scene, the grandmother felt terrible about herself. She had finally found her daughter, only to cause her more trouble instead. Filled with guilt, she chose to leave quietly. After her daughter recovered, she returned to her hometown to visit her mother. But what she saw when she walked through the door would haunt her for the rest of her life. Her mother heard her daughter's voice and shuffled over, fumbling around toward the doorway. It turned out her mother had severe cataracts and was nearly blind. Her daughter was instantly overwhelmed with guilt and regret. She immediately hugged her mother, gently touching her mother's wrinkled face with both hands. She realized how much she had failed her mother. Her mother had actually dragged her sick body across hundreds of miles just to cook one meal, while she hadn't even noticed her mother was ill. We always think we have plenty of time, but we forget that in our parents' remaining years, or all they have left, take time to spend with your mom.